This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.
This is the August 6th, 2024 licensing board. Public speak time. Anybody here from the public to speak about something not on our agenda? Apparently not. Minutes, I guess we put off the minutes till next meeting. Okay. So we'll open the public hearing for Fort Hill seeking extension of premises continued from July. Eric's not here.
You taking the minutes?
I am.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Sorry, excuse me, Tony.
I don't see Eric or Sue here.
Okay. So we'll open the public hearing for Local Burger seeking extension of premises continued from July.
So just give the board a rundown of your application and what you're looking to do, the premises area.
Okay, so we
I'm sorry,
have
remind me of your name again.
Tabitha.
Tabitha Stevens, sorry.
Nice to see you again.
Sure, yeah, nice to see you too.
So there's a little like grassy area outside of the Eastworks building where we're located. We have tables set up. We just wanted to allow folks to bring out their drinks with them as well to kind of enjoy the rest of the summer before it gets cold out. For monitoring the area, we have very clear view from the windows inside. And then if we, the guests will tell us when they're going outside, then at that point we'll have somebody monitoring otherwise. At this point, people are mostly using it for to-go foods, they'll sit and eat. But that is kind of our expectation for monitoring the process, keeping it clean, etc.
So it's people go and get their food and then take it outside, it's not table service? Okay.
Yeah. A few people will bring the food out to them if they do decide to sit out there, but we're not going outside to take their order. So they will be ordering inside, and that way we know kind of who's outside and what to expect out there. So any alcohol that will be going outside will be monitored by the bartender and all the servers as well.
So I have your application here, and I live in Eastworks, so I'm pretty familiar with the property, but the map's a little rudimentary.
Okay.
So I just decided to go, I kind of knew exactly what you're saying, but it's like I gotta put some eyes on this.
Yeah, it was
I know that, yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
with the stone, the concrete wall, exactly.
correct.
So I went there and I don't think that, on your application, it's contiguous. And I don't think it really can be considered contiguous, meaning it doesn't really touch it touches the building your business is housed in, but it doesn't touch your business. So there's, public access and things separating you
Okay.
from your business. So as I could see, it's not contiguous, which is, you can still have a non-contiguous thing, but it requires one thing specifically, which is a full-time staff member.
Okay.
So that's my understanding of the state law. Also, your line of sight is not direct.
Okay.
You can't see really what's going on there from the counter.
Okay.
And when I went in there, I just said, because tables look great, it's a beautiful spot. But I just asked, I said, like, are you doing service out here now? And they said, yes, we are. And are you doing full alcohol? And they said, yes, we were. And I guess you're doing it with the to-go, using the to-go laws? As it was explained to me at the counter, and I don't take this as
Yeah.
official from you. You're letting people take to-go drinks with food and a receipt out to that area right now.
That is not supposed to be happening, so I'm not sure, which I will have to make sure I talk to my staff about
Yeah.
that. Because there is the to-go, which is a sealed drink, but it has to be off the premises.
Right.
So containing a receipt is not evidence that they can sit out in that space.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's not.
Okay, so just go remind your staff
Absolutely,
that
yeah.
there can't be, there's no alcohol out there yet.
Correct, yeah, I was
Alright.
not aware that was going on.
And oh yeah, I don't know about ADA compliance. It's a pretty flat area, but it's grass,
Correct.
right, from the exit of the building that your establishment's based in to those seats. Does that work for ADA compliance?
That would be a question for zoning.
Okay,
I don't have the answer for
all right, well,
I don't know if it has to be, like, as long as there's areas that are compliant, I don't know that
Yeah, I don't-
itself has to be compliant.
Yeah, I would agree that Rebecca, sorry to interrupt, that it's not the area of service. It's like, so when we had another business come for Cottage Street, you have to make sure that it's ADA compliant for people to get through on the sidewalk. Where the egress is.
yeah, and I don't know what that, but there's no sidewalk or ramp or anything to this area, it's just grass. I mean, it looks flat, I don't know if it was muddy out, I don't know what that constitutes. So I would advise that is the planning board, the zoning board, I think we might need to have some sort of, I don't know that it's compliant.
I know the ramp going into Eastworks, because you have the stairs, and
Right.
that goes right past the land,
Yes,
that
yeah.
area, so
Getting into your business is absolutely
thought
ADA
that-
compliant.
because the dining area is completely parallel to that, I thought that was appropriate as that, but I also am not too familiar with how everything works, so
I don't
I
either.
thought that those would correlate in a way, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what constitutes ADA compliance, we probably should have a.
Well, I think that as long as this addition isn't blocking the ramp, that's the issue, is we can't block something that's already,
So, but it doesn't have to be accessible?
but I don't think I'm not 100% sure, but
Yeah, I don't think private businesses, public municipalities, municipal spaces have to be ADA compliant, but I don't think private businesses have to
Oh.
have ADA compliance to them.
Oh, okay, great. Well, that answers our question, I think. But we're still, we have, it's non-contiguous, there's no direct line of sight. And my understanding is that I think you're just telling people, you're just letting people take drinks and food out there, it's not table service?
Yeah, we're not taking people's orders outside.
No, you're taking orders inside and then,
Yes.
I don't know, somehow but you're not delivering anything to them.
We will be, once this is approved with the food, right now people are just taking their food out.
Right.
If they wanted to sit there, a lot of people they're getting their food to go when they're sitting out there, just like they do in Northampton, which we're familiar with, but if people were to be ordering alcohol, we would take the drinks outside. That's not something that we've had set up yet because of the licensing,
That's
so yeah, that would be brought out by
And that's
an employee.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but that's the monitoring thing. That will cover you for the monitoring.
Correct.
So, yeah, as long as you have people going out there on a semi-regular basis and checking it out.
Yeah,
But I don't know about the contiguous thing, like, it's not contiguous and you don't have a direct line of sight.
okay.
So,
yeah, that was my only question, is when it said that the kitchen staff and floor manager or something can see, like, I don't know that that's enough.
So, yeah, there are the windows. Not from the counter because of the way that the windows are, but people can look. Given that this would to be approved, I would make sure that it is more adamant for people to be going outside more on a regular basis, especially if people are consuming alcohol.
yeah, but unfortunately, this isn't us, this is just the
Yeah.
state, says that you can have an allowable, separate sort of spot, but it has to be staffed,
Okay,
so.
which I can work on.
Yeah, but that's the rule.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think, I was just there, it looks great, and I really wanted you to do it, because I want to eat there
Yeah,
and have a drink there, it's great, but, right now, I don't know that we can go ahead with approval. Unless we have, this is for this is a license for a contiguous spot, which it's not. And there isn't a direct sight line. And the other thing that's missing from this application is the evidence of the right to occupy permission of the outdoor area.
okay,
I think that's just probably a letter from your landlord,
yeah,
that's easy.
okay.
Anybody else have anything to add?
I can just address the applicant too. Even without the board approving the alcohol portion of this, you're still able to, with your landlord's discretion, do food service out there.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We
And
don't
that's
have,
definitely something we can work on for next year as well.
Sure.
It kind of was a very quick, tumultuous experience.
we tried to speed it along, we had,
Yeah.
we had the emergency meeting, wanted to let you have as much of the summer as you can, but right now, as this stands, I think we're gonna have to review it, resubmit it.
Correct,
um,
okay.
With that document and a plan on how you're gonna monitor it as a non-contiguous space.
Okay.
Would you make a motion?
Oh yeah, did you get all that?
I did.
Okay, great, thanks. I talk, like sometimes I
Okay.
talk pretty fast. I make a motion to consider this application for next month.
I would have to talk to,
Well, we can make the motion,
Yeah.
get you on the agenda,
okay,
and then you can come or not and let us know, right?
okay, yeah, I can definitely do that, thank you.
I'll second that.
Great. Sorry.
That's okay. Like I said, it was kind of tumultuous and
Yeah.
a lot of it was put onto me and I haven't done a lot of stuff like that, so
Sure.
it was to my best ability and understanding of how things work.
There's
which-
usually one or two things
It's a
they're
learning
missing, sometimes it
experience,
takes
so.
another meeting.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to get you up and running.
Absolutely. And I thank you guys for your consideration and the assistance as well is definitely very
Sorry to have
appreciated.
better answers for you.
It's okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Deb.
I'm gonna try and get myself in the mayor.
Yeah.
No promises, I'm sorry I screwed up that
Well, if you
date.
come for 5:30, at least you'll get ice cream,
Okay.
which is the important part for me. Thank you.
Take care. Oh, hey Tabitha,
Yes.
just please do a just as a reminder to speak to your staff about
This is
the
first
current
thing.
state of alcohol service out there.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is not appropriate.
No
for
worries.
sure.
Yep.
Thank you
You got
for
it.
also letting me know that.
Absolutely.
There was a second on that motion?
Yes.
All
me.
were in favor?
All in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, so move on to the next one, open the public hearing for abandoned buildings seeking special one day for Acacia Folk Fest.
Do you wanna do these together or like continue? I mean,
Folk Fest.
yeah. Oh, this is Folk Fest, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
All good.
That's the next
I
one.
wish I was, bro.
But yeah, me and,
We can team up on the river roads if you want.
yeah,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But they're separate applications, so we should do them separately.
okay.
So this is for the focus.
Yes, so this is gonna be August 24th at the Arcadia Wildlife Center in Easthampton. This is the fourth or fifth year that we've been the beer vendor for this festival. It's put on by Signature Sounds is the event holder. The way the festival is set up is that customers come up and they get a wristband and purchase tokens from staff at the festival, and they come over to the beer tent where they redeem their tokens for an alcoholic beverage.
So the only way to get it is with the tokens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And wristband more important.
and wristbands. Yeah. So the
Oh, I found a token.
so it's not our staff that's wristbanding, but it's the event staff from Signature Sounds that does wristbands. But our staff is also tip certified too, so if people don't have them, we send them back to the main tent to get the wristband set up.
Are there people from Signature Sounds tip certified?
I believe so, because they do a lot of these alcoholic, a lot of these are music festivals that have alcohol served at them. I know when I think they do Green River Festival too, and it's the same setup, yeah.
So they must be.
Yeah, as long as they are, because I mean, that's kind of, we've all done tip cert, well, maybe not all of us, but checking an ID is pretty much the number one thing on the list, learning how to do that, right? So if they
Exactly.
can do that, and
Yeah.
do the wristband, then you're good.
I think the time frame for the event is, it's like 10, does the application have that?
11 to 7:30.
11 is, yeah,
I can't I can't log into my
Okay,
account right now,
it's-
sorry.
That's up there, as Jonah told me.
yeah, I think something like 11 to 7:30 on Saturday, the 24th.
Any other questions?
No, do we, no, it's not, no questions about that, except that, is there a copy of the application, the one-day application online?
So-
Not his, just the application.
No, you have to create a user account in the Permise portal, and that's where you fill out the application.
So I don't have access to see the what the application requires unless
No,
I apply?
No, that's what I handle. We ask them to send in the tip certification, liquor liability, and a site plan.
That's all
And
they
then
need.
I make sure that all of that with payment is in the application, and then they discuss with the board the site plan and responding, IDing,
And
things
they
like
have all
that.
those things? Oh, you're not,
Yeah, I can't get into it, but I did check all applications this morning and everything was
Okay.
in order.
great.
It's not all in one document either. There's like, the one document sheet and then you have to upload a bunch of attachments.
Right,
You have to upload
sure,
those 3
yeah, yeah.
documents required.
I vote to approve.
I second.
Aye.
Motion passed, abandoned building seeking special one day for riverboats.
Arcady Folk Fest, right?
No,
Oh, you wanna do that first? Okay.
wait, we just did
We
that
just
one.
We just did the
Just did
Folk
the
Fest.
Folk Fest.
That's approved.
Right?
Do you want to do the other Arcadia Folk Fest? Artifact Cider is also there.
Oh, I see.
So I just put abandoned building together so he can get his applications
Yeah,
and
yeah.
go. So we're now
Yeah.
gonna do river roads for abandoned.
Okay.
I'm from New City, we're doing it together, so any questions, if you can hand off whatever.
So they're separate applications
Oh, so this,
between the breweries.
so New City seeking special one day for 9/7 is also abandoned seeking for River Roads as well?
This is the same event.
It's the same
yeah.
setup, so if there's any questions, I'm just happy to.
So what's happened in the past is that they are both the beer vendors for this event. They set up next to each other. They handle IDing together. So separate applications because the applications count towards their 30 annual through the state. So that's for that
Oh, yeah,
purpose.
okay.
But here together.
Yeah, sure.
In unity
Makes
for
sense.
application presentation.
Yeah.
Their site plan's gonna be the same.
Together, or do we have to
You'll have
open
to
a
make
hearing?
well, I think you can make a motion to approve both applications in the same breath.
I didn't mean to be confusing, I just figured I would back Matt
Yeah.
up if there's any
No,
questions.
this makes sense.
And I'm Sam, by the way, I don't believe we've met.
Oh, Steven.
Sam,
Sam.
yeah,
Nice to meet
Sam,
you.
New City Brewery,
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Sam.
pleasure.
So this is the second year this has happened?
Second year this one has
This has
happened, yeah,
happened, yeah.
it's very similar to Mill Pond Live in the past, which unfortunately has been canceled this year. That's why there's no
Same
application.
location?
Same site plan, same
Okay.
thing, except Mill Pond was always a free concert, this is a ticketed event.
Oh, this is the one with Dar Williams and all those
Yeah.
cats?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the time frame for this one is different. This
This
is
is a much longer.
like 11 to like 10 p.m. on a Saturday.
Sure.
Yep, all in one.
But the setup is the same where it's fenced in. There's going to be like a wristband and ID booth. There's the organizers have also talked to City PD, and there's going to be police department detail. I don't know what the cap on the ticket sales is, but it's
I think it's 3,000,
Yeah.
and that there's a
From
that-
Mill's side?
Yeah, I could be wrong, might be 2,500, but I think the cap of the park is 3,000.
I think the thing is too is that since it's all day, I don't think there's ever 3,000 people there
Right,
at once.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because of the programming, it's all day long, different events there. So
More family friendly during the day, a little bit, livelier at night kind of thing. The ID tent is typically manned by city council members. There's a whole group of them and they all got tip certified to do Mill Pond, do this, so it's all like,
Oh, that's pretty buttoned up and tight, those things, and if it's gonna be the same idea as the previous
yes,
summer.
same setup as Mill Pond, and then he and I team up on the fence to make sure
Yeah.
it's continuous, and then there's only one little opening that gets open and shut for food vendors, but that's like all the way at one end, and pretty much all, especially because it's a ticketed event, once everybody's in there, it's pretty much closed on one side and funnels everybody through the
Yeah.
gate.
I'm familiar with it. Anybody else? Oh,
I move we approve.
my second.
I move we
Aye.
approve both applications for
Yes.
abandoned building and new city.
Appreciate you combining them, I
Yeah.
didn't, they caused me confusion.
No, not at all.
This is a fun collaborative event. I wish we were doing Mill Pond too. but maybe next year.
Did you hear from Cassandra already about that?
So Kyle and Cassandra broke up, and Kyle's
We're getting
the
the juice here.
organizer. Hey, you know,
I heard about
whatever.
this.
So
But
no more
anyway,
milk?
it's
Okay.
so yeah, it caused some some issues with organizing.
Yeah, sure.
But Kyle very much wanted to continue it. He actually couldn't find too many local sponsors because
Oh, interesting.
keeping it free but paying the talent is kind of an economic issue.
It's a hard angle.
Yeah, so they lost a bunch of money and caused a lot of stress last year, and there's hopefully he'll be able to figure it out
Yeah.
for next year, which I think would be the 10th. But yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Thanks very much, yeah.
Thank you,
Cheers.
thanks.
Yeah, you too. Pleasure.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Good to see you.
I'm happy to stay here too, because for the Arcadia Folk Festival, Artifact Cider is gonna be this year too,
Yes.
so I'm happy to
Yeah, see you, Sam.
help out. Any questions you guys have for Jake?
So next, the Rotary Club seeking special 1 day for annual Lobster Week.
So I did print out the site plan for the lobster bake, because that, I felt like something that was worth seeing.
Yeah.
I'll let any lobsters escape.
That's the same as usual.
That's what gets uploaded to the application, so they're uploading the liquor liability, which you guys shouldn't care about, and the tip certification, another thing you shouldn't care about, but the site plan is something to see.
Sorry, where is this?
The pavilion in Nantucket Park, so right, if you're looking at the pool, it's the pavilion right there, our Rotary Pavilion that we built.
Okay. What's your name?
I'm Heather Hudney.
I'm sorry, what was
Heather.
Heather. Hi, Heather.
Hi, I think I emailed with you recently about the planters.
Probably. Yes, yes.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. So Heather, just the same as everyone else, you just want to tell the board what the event is. We do have a new board, so they aren't privy to all the previous year's events of this, so you just want to go over the event, the space, how you're ticketing it, wristbanding it.
Perfect. So everyone who comes has bought a pre-ordered ticket. All the numbers have to begin within, I think, by 2 weeks ahead or even 3 weeks ahead. 2 weeks ahead. When you come in, everyone is tip certified. That is, I think there's 2 people only that work the actual drink area, and that's just beer and wine. And then we have one custom Rotary drink that we have that they give. And then I know the bathrooms are obviously the regular bathrooms for the park. They're right across the way. We have the lobster area where the lobsters are done over here, which is right outside, I would say maybe 100 feet away, maybe not, I don't know, maybe 50 feet away from the pavilion. We set up tables right outside of the pavilion here. That's where we load all of the food to, and then people. Yep, the pavilion is here.
Yeah.
The fire pits basically go here
That's what
for the
you're
lobster. And then we have, I'm sorry, no, wrong way. Here's where the lobsters area is. I'm looking at it the other way. This is the bar area, which is inside that stone pit area. The grill for burgers, dogs, and steak is here. So we have the lobster area here. We have the tables for us to present food and take tickets here. And then obviously all the tables are inside. So everyone comes up to the tables, we take their ticket, we give them their food, they sit down. Over here in the kitchen area, we also have clam chowder that is provided by, oh my goodness, what's the name of it? Is it Riffs? Or where Riffs was? Myers?
Local.
Yes, it's local, a local caterer.
So, for our purposes,
Yes.
this is the only place you're gonna get,
Drinks.
drinks,
Yes.
and they're gonna be carting people there.
Yes, right there, yes. Yep.
So is there any kind of wristband thing, or they
No,
just
we don't
card
do
them every
wristbands.
time they
No,
come
every
up?
time they come. Did I cover everything?
I think so.
I have a motion to approve.
Yes, Move to approve.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks, Heather.
You are welcome.
Don't let the lobsters near the pool.
I know.
I know. I know, we can't because they can't have fresh water in there.
All right.
Thank you all, have a great
Thanks
night.
for coming.
Next, Easthampton Rod and Gun Club seeking special one day for 9/13, 9/15.
Bishop.
Their site plan as well.
Easthampton Rod and Gun Club. We're having our annual fall derby for, what did we say, 13, 14, 15 of September. The site plan's there, that's the clubhouse, everything will be consumed in the clubhouse. So they'll be carded. Tip certified bartenders when we're serving, so typical we've been doing for a lot of years.
So they're carding them at the bar.
Yes, at the bar. What else, Lindsay, that you need?
Why don't you guys apply for a seasonal? Remind me.
I was gonna ask you. I've been trying to, I found it once on
Yeah.
within the site. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this.
Mhm.
I went looking this last time and I went, I can't find it again. I can find the renewal.
There should be a section within that to put new application or renewal application. So I'll look into that
Do I have to have that in?
whenever you want. Whenever you want to have it in by, and then we would get it on the next agenda. So if you got me something in September, we could get it on for October. But what I would say is that renewals happen in October.
So how long does the seasonal run? for?
So-
What are the,
The seasonal's different. So what happens with seasonal, which I assume would work for you, which is why I suggest it, is that you can't use it between January and March or something. So a lot of people don't want it because they can't do Valentine's Day service. They can't, like restaurants. But for you, you would have it for March when you open up your spring derbies, things like
the
that.
only thing, if we can ever have ice again,
Yeah.
would be our ice fishing derby.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So, I mean, I could just apply for a,
So you can't, the state doesn't allow you to apply for special one days if you're a license holder. That's the only thing.
okay.
So there's some caveats to it, which is why it's been sitting dormant for 8 years now.
I still may go for it because it's a lot easier. I only have to come to one meeting.
Right, and also maybe just look into the price of it if it's worth
I think
getting.
it's cheaper.
Well, so that's the thing. I can't tell you, but look online, or we can have a meeting offline too and talk about.
Each derby's costing us $200 by the time we're done
Sure.
paying for the fees.
Sure.
So we do 3, that's
Yeah.
6, plus some other random one-day things here and there.
Yeah, and if you just come once before the board once a year for a renewal, it's just something to think about.
Yeah,
And I'm happy to schedule time with you.
Okay.
First week in September, if you want to set up a meeting, we can chat about what that would look like.
yeah. I'll have to go talk with the board about it before
Yeah.
I go pull the trigger out.
Sure, yeah, of course.
They get mad when I do that sometimes.
Happens.
So, that's about all I've got. Like I say, the
What's the
site,
date on the fall derby?
the 13th, 14th, and 15th of September.
And all 3 days, it'll be the same setup?
Yes, it's the same setup. It doesn't change. It stays just like that.
I move to approve.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, Artifact Cider seeking special one day for Arcadia Folk Fest.
Same site plan setup as.
I'm so sorry, did you sign into the sheet?
Yeah, I did.
There you go. No worries.
I'll watch the little toes from here.
Keep us there.
I know, I'm not used to that with my 3.
Don't think so.
Sorry, what was your name?
Jake, you sorry?
Hi Jake, nice to meet you in person.
Steve.
So this is the same festival that Matt was talking about. In the past, Matt and Abandoned Building Brewery have sold the cider. I think the festival organizers wanted to have a little more. Honestly, I'm not totally sure why they asked us to have our own tent this year as opposed to Matt sold our cider. And so I think next year, hopefully we're gonna go back to Matt selling our cider and we're just there because doing 2 licenses seems really redundant. but I didn't quite realize that was what was happening. So we're gonna have our own tent, be doing the exact same thing that Matt's doing, but he's not doing cider this year, he's just doing beer, and we're doing cider.
And Lindsay has all of your has all our proper documents, all that sort of stuff.
Thanks for your help in navigating.
Yeah, sorry that the website is the way it is.
So this is one of the signature sounds, and the event staff are doing the wristbands and.
It's the same event.
Yep.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Easy.
Thanks for being patient, guys.
This was easier than the application, so.
Yeah, oh god.
Yeah, navigating the online portion at first can be a little.
Next time through will be super easy. It was just the first time I was like,
First time.
wait, so which is
Yeah.
the applicant me or is it the company? And then
Well,
you
it's
can't
just
edit
not-
the application. So Lindsay's like, can you go back and edit it? But I couldn't actually
Which I
edit
have learned
So then I had to
over the
resubmit a
last
new one.
90
Oh, no.
days that people cannot edit these applications. And I put in
Okay.
a change request, as they call it, to the company to allow applicants to edit
Yeah.
Once they've submitted it.
Yeah.
once they've submitted it,
And you have to
yeah.
like re-upload all the documents again and then wait for the
Right,
fees.
because then I have
which
to
is just
delete
all
the
like
application,
annoying.
like I went through that with him today, I had to delete the previous application to have the new application, but the new application is its own application, so you have to re-upload the documents and it's
okay.
just
But then you have to wait for
obnoxious.
fees because we already paid the fees on the first one.
Right, right.
Oh, man.
So the city's already received the fees in the deleted application, so then I have to waive the fees in the new, it's just,
Oh,
I have a
geez.
change request order in.
Thank you for your help.
Thank
I
you.
know
Yes.
that. I know it's not your system.
Thank you
Thanks,
both.
guys.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one.
Lindsay, is this the point where how long do we have to, for open meeting laws, keep the recording going? Are we technically done?
After you adjourn, you cancel, you
We stop,
stop recording.
so we can, alright.
So is anybody here for the
But there should be
bank ESB?
distant poor should be here, but they're not, so. And I know their event is coming up.
Yeah, they do that every year. Employees.
Didn't we already approved that one?
No,
The ESB?
that was for the beer guy. This is distant poor, it's a different applicant.
Oh.
Let me see, let me just check my emails real quick.
Cause I remember an event for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
employees.
Yes,
Yeah.
cause I looked back at my records when I saw
Uh-huh.
that and I said, we already approved that, but we didn't. This is something different. That was for an event.
Wait, I'm working at the wrong place.
Yeah, right.
Right? We don't have beer trucks coming to our work. So who else is on the agenda there?
No,
That's it.
that was it, that's the last one.
And Fort Hill didn't come back.
Which, yeah, he didn't amend his application at all, and it's not complete, let's put it that way.
Right.
I have a few things, when you're ready, Lindsay.
Yeah, I'm
Did you
just
wanna wait
emailing the applicant real
For
quick.
the meeting to adjourn, or are you wanting to have
Oh,
it?
do we, if I I guess that was my question, maybe I didn't put it correctly. Do I wait for the meeting to adjourn and then bring up board business? Or do I have to have, is that part of the public meeting laws?
That's a good question.
We're not dealing with anything specific. I mean, my questions aren't specific to anything that's coming before the board, it's just bureaucratic.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we have to keep reporting for that.
It's a good question. I don't,
Err on the side of recording this time and we'll
yeah, I
figure it out.
think so. I think that's what I would suggest doing.
Um,
And just before
sure,
we
sure.
move to that, so I'm looking at my email communications with this applicant, and because they are a new applicant, they might not be fully aware of the process, though it is thoroughly outlined in their application
Mhm.
online that they have to attend the meeting in which they are applying for.
yeah,
I would assume that they don't think that they have, that the
Right.
that they completed their application, they submit their payment, and that's that kind of thing. So just putting that out to the board, that they have submitted a completed application, but
Right.
there's nobody here to speak on it.
Right. Well, I mean,
And I will be leaving on vacation next week.
right.
Are we only allowed to approve it if someone's here to speak about it?
No, we've approved applications without people being here, but we've known the event, like if Matt couldn't make it to a meeting or something, but we know he always does River Roads, we know the setup of it, and he sends me an email saying, can't make it kind of thing, we've approved.
But this is a new entity.
This is someone I haven't had come before the board.
I'd be a
And
little wary of
it's for
that.
9/6, so it's not like they can't get here for September and still get,
Well, our meeting is September 17th.
oh, it has to be 30 days.
Well, our next meeting isn't until the 17th.
Isn't until after. This is August.
Oh, sorry, I always, subject for just school days.
Yeah,
Number 9 is hard. Oh,
so we won't be meeting again until after the date of the event.
well, if they're not, well, I haven't seen, I don't see the applications.
Right.
So I'm totally in the dark. I
Yeah.
haven't spoken to this person.
Sure.
I mean, I don't want to.
I mean, if they reach out while I'm away, the board is able to create meetings and do this without me too, if they wanted to, hold an emergency meeting for an applicant.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Or they're just
So
not
are you
here.
gonna try to notify them that they should have been here? And
Yeah, I just reached out an
Oh, you
email and
know,
said,
okay,
do you
yeah.
plan on attending? We're trying to close the meeting.
Yeah.
But
no
that
response.
doesn't mean that they'll see it in
Sure.
the next 30 seconds either,
Well, I'm fine, like, if they get back to you and they say like, oh, sorry, we didn't know, normally they'd be screwed, but I don't care logging in for a special meeting sometime and approving it, even if I guess it has to come before our board publicly in some form.
Yeah.
The vote has to be recorded.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't have any problem with that, that's gonna be a 5-minute meeting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't want them to lose their event, but they didn't,
Right,
they're new, so.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's not like somebody we know.
right.
Okay.
And as a vendor, just doing your due diligence of
Yeah,
once you've applied for something, making sure that it's
Yeah.
thorough and
yeah, that doesn't,
Complete.
that kind of sort of, it's not alarm bells.
Yeah.
Right,
Alright, so if they reach out,
yeah. Well,
But you're on
yeah.
vacation.
if they reach out by the end of this week, I will reach out.
Okay.
I mean, I don't leave until Thursday of next week, but
But
I-
you're not
I
checking
have
your email
no-
on vacation.
I'm not, and I don't have any intentions of doing emergency licensing stuff next week.
No way.
Because I have mayor stuff to clean up, so,
No, I don't,
and I can organize something for you guys. Okay, that's it for applications.
So, make a motion to adjourn.
I have a few like business related things,
Yeah.
Tony, first, if I've recognized. Just a few things, the minutes, I was just taking a look trying to find, cause I was like, what, did we do this thing last time? And I couldn't find the minutes, and I realized there's only, since January, there's only been one set of meetings posted. So,
And my apologies for not, usually I'm better about minutes, it's been chaos for me
No.
lately, so I
yeah, I get you.
will get those uploaded, once
then
we
we can-
approve them, we upload them.
Right.
And the city clerk has already been on my butt about that too, so
Okay,
I will
good
make
for
sure to
Barbara.
catch up on
Right.
July and August minutes and get them to you guys for
And
September to approve and upload.
did we meet in June? We met in June, right?
No,
And we didn't meet in June.
we didn't meet.
Okay, that's why there's no June meeting. It was like, is that the, did we
No,
not meet at
so
all?
there was a June meeting remotely on a Friday
Okay,
when I was away, and I logged into that remotely with you guys. So I didn't take minutes for that, cause I wasn't able to.
Becky, did you take minutes?
Not in this notebook.
I'm pretty sure we
I mean, what
you did, but
I think I thought, I took minutes for that first meeting,
Yes.
because you weren't here, but
Yes.
I thought that because you were there, virtually you were taking minutes, and so I didn't.
And what I can do is I can watch the recording and take minutes off of that.
yeah,
just-
okay. Okay, great, that's great. Awesome.
Hopefully get that
Oh,
before the
yes.
September meeting.
Right.
I do have notes from the 6/11 meeting when I was the only person here.
Right.
Saying.
That's what I was trying to
Waiting
remember, I was
for
like,
the
wait a
worm.
minute, there was a June meeting that I couldn't make, and
That's
Tony
the
couldn't
extent
make.
of my
Didn't even meet at
Nobody
all.
here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Alright, so I will try and get those done along with July and today.
Yeah, okay, great, and to that point, the recordings of the meetings, like I said, I was just looking through them and
Yep.
some of them are live links. I mean, with an actual recording
Yep.
associated with them, and some of them are just you're going into a Google meeting that doesn't exist.
Yes, so let me go into Easthampton City Public Hearings. So if you type in licensing board under Easthampton Media, it brings up a plethora of videos, but I'm not seeing anything since 2022, which is weird because I know there are some.
So, could we find out what's going on with that? Cause,
Yeah.
absent meeting minutes, I certainly don't wanna have to go and watch an entire meeting to find out what I forgot happened.
Sure.
So, I would like to have that as a resource, and are we required to put it up? Is it a state requirement to put up the recording of the meeting?
No,
Okay.
recordings aren't required by law. They're a courtesy.
Yeah, that'd be really helpful if we could find out where those are, and just make sure they get there, cause they're very helpful for me if I forget something. Not that
Sure.
I said I wanna do that, but, so June, seasonal license, I just tried to take a look here, and I don't even think we have, I'm looking at the Easthampton page with all our licensing fees.
Mm-hmm. It's a beer and wine.
Well, this is just the master fee schedule.
Yep.
And farmers, one days, others, entertainment, amusement, annual, trucking, junk, there's no.
It's an
season.
annual beer and wine.
Oh, annual beer and wine. Annual wine and malt,
Yes.
so it's the same as, the seasonal license is the same as that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We don't list it separately.
Oh, that might be why he couldn't find it.
Oh, I think he was talking about the actual application for it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So the application's in the Permit Ice portal.
The permit, what portal?
Permit Ice, that's our online permitting system. That's where all these applications come from.
And I'm sorry.
Which we can't see unless you apply for one.
Oh, so the annual license is just like the one-day license, where we don't have any access to it as the
Right,
licensing board?
so what has happened in my 6 years here is I collect all the annual licenses, renewals, and I make sure that all that paperwork's in order that is required by the state, and then you guys are just approving or denying the license based on that. So if I said applicant X is missing their tip certification and liquor liability on the date annual renewals are due, then you would not permit that application.
Right, okay.
There's no reason for the board to essentially see these applications, but I would like to show you guys the portal so you understand it a little better.
Yeah, it'd be good to know what.
Yeah, I
We're
was
saying
trying to
yes
log
to.
on tonight, but I guess I just have things saved, which technology would hate me for, in my computer. So I don't know my actual password from here.
Gotcha.
And use the licenses, what license access, it's alternative to this. And I think the last thing, I guess when I looked at what we had for this, for upcoming licenses or outstanding business was Fort Hill and Local Burger. And they were there. I guess I thought we were gonna get another, I guess, and again, so it had been helpful to have the minutes for, because I forgot that she wasn't here for the last meeting. So I was like, this isn't a whole thing, we've had a meeting since. But yeah, that's good. Can we just make sure in the future that all of the applications and minutes that we have to approve at a meeting are are in the shared folder before the end of business on Thursday, previous to
Yep,
next week's
Sure,
meeting.
yep.
But yeah, sorry for the confusion. I was like, this can't be it. It's not, you know,
Yeah,
it's
it
like
was.
between meetings, and
Yeah.
I was like, I totally forgot
Yeah.
that she wasn't there. I'm glad I stopped down there today.
Yep.
So was that thing that she was wanting to get approved for their thing tonight?
It just long standing for tonight and onward.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they can't have liquor on their outside patio for tonight?
Correct.
Correct, okay.
Or at any point unless approved.
Well, yes, not just tonight,
Yes.
but yes, okay.
So, one last thing. As far as we know, Fort Hill's still not allowed to, their premise extension is not,
It's not approved on a local or state level right now.
so I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I had. Sorry to keep you guys just.
Sure. That's fine.
Oh, also, these things are supposed to be, well, they say on the one set of minutes we have, says that the public sign-in sheet is attached and it's not there. So I don't know if this is something we have to put up there, but.
I list it all out in the minutes, who's in attendance,
Okay.
based on the sign-in
Oh,
sheet.
okay.
I think that's probably old language that just gets renewed every time the city clerk is
All right.
uploading from decades of sign-in sheets. That
Copy.
this was how we submitted minutes in the past.
You wanna adjourn it?
Motion to adjourn. A second.
July 3rd.
We're all in favor?
Yes.
We are. Aye.
Who's second?
I did, she did, we all did.
I'll just put a name.
Right.
Thank you, everyone.
This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers. This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.